Hi, I'm Shelly Rahme, and my company is called Northern Harvest Local Food. It's called the CSA, which stands for Community Shared Agriculture. So basically you buy a share of agriculture in your community. And so farmers are working for you and basically buying the seed and raising vegetables and produce for you. And so what you do is you commit to a share, and you come every Wednesday and pick up your share of produce, which could be a single box of produce for individuals or couples, or it could be a double box of produce for families. Your share will be ready in late June, and you'll be picking up a share of produce, your single share or double share, from late June till late October. This program also supports biodiversity and certainly supports the community economically, because we're not only just supporting farmers, but the whole distribution network. And other businesses. You know, I'm also doing some partnering with Rick's Meats outside of town here. We're working on bison together. So there's a trickle down, you know, within the community. Basically, we need you to be committed because we're committed. And so we're having people sign up for single shares and double shares. So the single share is ideal for individuals or for a couple of people, and then the double share is ideal for a family. And within the single share, we plan to have 8 to 10 units of produce, which would be lettuce, carrots, radishes, you know, just the typical bundle that you would pick up at a farmer's market or in the grocery store. So in your first box, you know, your first box in June is going to be a little more meager than your box in July will be, because it's the beginning of the season. So you'll be getting some lettuce, some radishes, some onions. What else?
Jerusalem artichokes.
Jerusalem artichokes? Wow. And I sell the meat products, which are also all Northern Ontario, all natural, no hormones, no antibiotics, and I always have that here on Wednesdays. I work with another cooperative, which would be Golden Beef, and some of those producers also produce lamb and pork and poultry for me. You're getting a fair amount of produce, especially as the season develops. And sometimes it can be overwhelming for people, and so knowing how to store and learning how to can would be good. So that's another thing I want to offer, is having a workshop for storing and canning, just so you have the basics. The cooperative CSA is our model, and the way it's going to work is we're going to be growing produce for you, basically ordering seeds and growing produce for you. And so we need you to sign up and be committed, because we're going to be growing the produce and bringing it in for you every Wednesday. And here come the Yoders.
I'm Sam Yoder. We do raise some produce. I also do some land. And we started this co-op with Shelly this year. That's a good way to get people in contact with different foods, local foods in the area, and gets people together.
How long have you been farming?
The vegetable farm I've been to about 4 years.
Oh yeah? What kind of vegetables do you grow?
Potatoes and sweet corn and onions and beets, carrots, beans, just more of the traditional.
Yep. And what area is your farm in?
And Chisholm Township.
Chisholm? Okay, cool. In this day and age of skyrocketing oil prices, do you see the need for more local production, or?
Yes.
And we have some other partners in the community. Of course, we have the partners here with vested interest. And they allow us to use this store as a hub.
I'm Brent Bywater, owner of Vested Interest, and tonight we're facilitating an opportunity for people to join CSAs for the summer to get their weekly produce.
I see here in Vested Interest you have foodstuffs of a variety of natures. When did you guys start doing that?
Well, we've been getting into foodstuffs a lot more, specialty foods and gourmet foods over the last couple of years. Specifically, for the locavores, we're trying to support them and give them an opportunity or a venue where people can conveniently pick up their produce every week through the summer, and they get what's in season. And most of it's all organically grown or pesticide-free, which is important for our family.
So I'm Marcy Roan, and I have a bed and breakfast between Nipissing and Restoule, and I also have a fairly decent-sized market garden where I grow a lot of heirloom vegetables, a lot of heritage varieties of vegetables, multicolored, unusual things, and so that's what I specialize in, and I leave the big space eaters like pumpkins and potatoes and things to other growers. So I grow the more specialty stuff.
Hi, I'm Wayne Chalmers. I'm owner and operator of Spring Hill Farms in Trout Creek, Ontario. We grow over 40 different vegetables, 5 different fruits, and annuals and perennials. We have 4 greenhouses. We have 2 acres of high bush blueberries, an acre of raspberries, half an acre of asparagus, another half acre of garlic.
Awesome.
We're a group of local farmers that are producing local fruit, vegetables, all herbicide, pesticide free, picked locally, and fresh every day. The trend is changing up here. We're being able to grow things that we couldn't grow before. Not just because of the climate, the interest too in fresh produce has really changed, and when that interest is there, we're interested in growing it. There are enough farmers and hobby farmers in the area that if the demand for the local fresh produce, they could easily feed the people in the area if they wanted to.
In the North Bay and surrounding area, there's room for additional production to...
Oh, definitely. The land I'm using right now, it hadn't been farmed in over 40 years. And we've started developing it in the last 5 or 6 years, and it's now all workable. So there's potential all over, especially north of us. There's plenty of land.
Okay. Programs like Shelly's might be a good way to stimulate the demand to get that land producing then.
Oh, definitely. There's people here tonight that even asked me, could they have a list of the farmers so that in the area where they could go right to the farm gate. And that's critical for us, because without them coming, we don't have an income. We can't plan ahead. We can't grow what the public are looking for.
Well, I love my bananas, but it scares me to think that how far they travel and the resources that go into getting them onto my table. So I really think it's important that we support local food growers and make this work.
With global instability and spiking food prices, oil prices, etc., maybe North Bay doesn't have to be so worried when there's local production that can take up the slack.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much that's grown here in northern Ontario, and we have a huge clay belt up in the Temiskaming region where so much has grown, and we have Powassan and Chisholm right next door to us, and Verner to the west of us where so much has grown, and then also to the east of us in the Eau Claire area. So, with just a little ingenuity and working together and some business development, there's lots to be had food-wise in our own region.
Yeah.
We feel very strongly that, for our kids and for the future, we need to help support local growers to have better, more direct contact with the customers and share information about what they're growing.
Ole. That's a lot of hot sauces, Brent.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm looking for one special one.
Would it be fair to say that this is North Bay's most extreme collection of extreme hot sauces?
I would say that it is, yeah. We pride ourselves in having a big selection and just to spice things up.
Is that ass in space I see there? Ass in space, ladies and gentlemen, here at Vested Interest.